So, welcome to lecture number 6. Today we are going to study iron carbide equilibrium diagram. This was part of chapter 2 in the old syllabus, but in new syllabus we have combined this chapter 1 and chapter 2, and hence the contents of chapter 2 are with chapter 1, and it includes study of ferrous alloys. So I will first show the diagram. I will explain what is it, and then I will also explain how to draw the diagram. In last 10, 15, whatever number of question papers, if you refer, you will find this is compulsory question. For old syllabus, when there were 100 marks, this diagram was asked for 8 marks. Now, due to 70-30 pattern, same diagram you have to draw, it is for 5 marks. And it is compulsory, check any question paper. This is, you can say, these 5 marks are in your pocket. So 100% it is going to be asked in the examination. It is my humble request. Hello? Hello, am I audible? Hello, am I audible? Hello? Somebody answer, Abhinay. Am I audible? Hello? Hello? Am I audible? Abhinay? So that's why it is my humble request to please draw this diagram with scale after this class, and you stick it at your study location. See it every day. Automatically you can draw this diagram without mugging. So now I will explain you about this diagram. You can enlarge your screen. See the title, iron carbide equilibrium diagram, Fe-Fe3C. Fe3C is iron carbide, and if you see the ordinate is temperature and abscissa is weight percentage of carbon. Usually if you see any earlier equilibrium diagram, it starts with 0% from left side, and at right side it ends with 100%. So we were studying A and B element. Weight percent of B 10, 20, 30, 14 and so on up to 100. This we have studied for lead tin system in partial eutectic diagram. Then you have studied silver copper in eutectic diagram. If you see there, you find the weight percent of solute is up to 100. Now you look at this diagram. See what is the maximum percentage shown here. I am taking the cursor. 6.67 means there is a up to 100% diagram is there, but we are using up to 6.67. Why? Because after this percentage diagram is of no use. Why? I will start the explanation of this diagram. Statement number 1, you can write it down also. The statement number 1 while explaining this diagram is maximum solubility of carbon in iron is 6.67. Beyond it, it will be just carbon and carbon rich phase, which is of absolutely no use. That's why we have plotted the diagram for iron and carbon up to maximum 6.67%. See the bottom line, steel, cast iron. I have explained you the classification of ferrous alloys. So steel is alloy of iron and carbon. Cast iron is alloy of iron and carbon. Maximum percentage of carbon in the steel is 2%, and maximum percentage of carbon in cast iron is 2 to 6.67. So these are the two important main alloys of iron and carbon. So friends, let me explain you the parts of the diagram, and there are three parameters which we are going to study. First one, phases on the diagram. Second, temperatures on the diagram. And third, reactions on the diagram. I repeat, first, phases on the diagram. Second, temperatures on the diagram. Hello, temperatures on the diagram. And third, transformations or reactions on the diagram. Now, diagram little skill is required to draw. I will give demo how to start. Before that, let me explain what three parameters I told. Now I am moving the cursor. Very small part you are observing here. Very small gap. And alpha ferrite is written. See the cursor. Enlarge your screen. You can enlarge your screen and read. What is written? Alpha ferrite. So that small section is alpha ferrite. That small section is alpha ferrite. Then just above that, if you go, see the cursor, that is alpha plus gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, these are just symbols. Okay. Now, if you see, it is written alpha plus gamma. A3, blue color notation you are observing, that is border. Beyond that, it is written gamma austenite. This is gamma austenite. Once again you go upside, one more small gap, and here my cursor is there. Now enlarge the screen and see, it is delta ferrite. Now I will go to right side. L is clearly visible to everybody. Okay. Then I am moving the cursor along this line. See the movement of cursor. I am moving the cursor along the line and then on this dotted line. What is the name of this line? Vaibhav Jagtap. Answer. What is name of this line? Who will answer? Please tell me what is name of this line. In earlier diagrams I told. Aftab Sheikh. Aftab Sheikh. See, if you are not responding, it means you are upset. Just you are putting your Google Meet on and you are wondering here and there, it means. Hello? Aftab Sheikh is absent. Tell Aftab, what is this line? If you don't know, you say no, sir. Have you made the notebook? Then if you turn the pages back, there you have written. We have shown copper nickel system. Upper line and lower line. Both names were given. Who will tell next? Correct, Samruddhi, and rhythm also. that line is called as liquidious line. Liquidious line means the line above which all phase is liquid. Okay, so as soon as you cross this line, you observe gamma plus Cl. So here is a gamma, then here is gamma plus Cl, and here is Cl. Now I will come down. Here something is written gamma plus Fe3C. Fe3C means iron carbide. One more name for the Fe3C is hello. One more name for Fe3C is cementite. It is also called as cementite. Now come down. Here is written alpha plus Fe3C. Alpha plus Fe3C. And at the end, it is written cementite Fe3C. Actually, it is 100% cementite. Means at 6.67% of carbon, at 6.67% of carbon, cementite is 100%. If you come to the left hand side, alpha ferrite is 100%. Here the percentage of carbon is not written, only 0 is written, but you can write down it is 0.008, 0.008. So alpha ferrite starts from 0 to 0.008 at room temperature, and if you increase the temperature, it will be maximum available at 0.022. Actually it is 25. In books it is 25 is given. So solubility limit for this carbon in alpha ferrite is 0 to 0.008 at room temperature, and may be increased up to 0.025 at 727 degrees Celsius. So I have told phases. Okay. Now one by one we are going to see what is definition of this phase, what is structure. Let me explain you how to draw the diagram. Before that, these blue color names just read. A0, it is 210 degrees Celsius. A1, it is written. A1 is 727. A2, here A2 is written below 800. It is 768 degrees Celsius. It is not written there. You write A2 equal to 768 degrees Celsius. A3, A3's range starts from this point to this point, 727 to 910. 727 to 910. Some of the books shows 912, 10, 12, no problem. This is A3 temperature range. One more temperature you are observing, it is A4, known as ACM temperature. CM is suffix used for cementite. It starts from 727 to 1147. 727 to 1147. So these are the temperatures on the diagram. Now at three corners I have given three names. See this. Just 1 minute. I will use the pen. See this. What is written? EO. It is short form I have used. It is eutectoid. Write the spelling in notebook. EUTC TOID. EUTC TOID. Pronunciation is eutectoid. Now this eutectoid reaction takes place at 727 degrees Celsius for 0.8 percentage of carbon. Second, EU. EU is short form for eutectic. I told eutectic reaction 2-3 times earlier. Liquid gives mixture of two solid. L, that gives S1 plus S2. Here L, liquid, gives two solid, gamma plus Fe3C, austenite plus cementite in one stroke. Now go to the left hand side and see at the top 1600 is the temperature shown for the graph, but melting point of pure iron is shown here 1538 or 1539. So melting point of pure iron is 1539 degrees Celsius. If you go on adding carbon, melting point go on decreasing and at 4.3% of carbon, the system shows lowest melting point, and that is 1147. And definition of eutectic, I told you, the mixture at which, or it is the composition at which the two elements melts at lowest temperature. So pure iron melts at 1539. Pure carbon has higher melting point again. But if you add 4.3% of carbon in iron, that system shows lowest melting point, that is 1147. And further again melting point go on increasing as percentage of carbon increases. And I clearly told left hand side of this alloy is hypoeutectic. So left hand side here I will make arrow mark. These are hypoeutectic alloys and right hand side are hypereutectic alloys, and 4.3 exactly percentage of carbon is eutectic alloy. Okay, now I will explain you how to draw this. Before that, one more point is here. Go to top side. PE near 1439 degrees Celsius. PE stands for peritectic. Peritectic is the reaction in which one solid gives liquid plus solid. So here the reactions we are going to see separately in the next slide. Remember, eutectoid, eutectic and peritectic, these are the three reactions on the diagram. What type of question is asked? There are 2-3 types of questions asked on this diagram. First, simple question. Draw the net sketch of iron carbide equilibrium diagram. Show temperatures, phases and transformations. You have to only draw this diagram. Nomenclatures, you will get 5 out of 5 marks. Then further question may be, explain eutectic reaction on iron carbide diagram. In that case, that may be sub question for 3 marks or 4 marks. That's why you must able to know how to draw the diagram. Let me explain you. This is my plain paper. You also take plain paper in your hand. I am using this laptop mouse. That's why my lines are not straight. you please draw straight lines. So this is one vertical line we have to draw. X-axis, y-axis. So draw one line at 727. 727 degrees Celsius line. Then 910 from here. You have to show, don't touch to 0 point. Then 0.8, 2%, 1147. Then again this small point. Here in this way. Now we have to draw a tick point. Hello. Now let me tell you. I hope, have you drawn it? Please answer. Somebody. No. Now just give the nomenclature. Temperatures. Whether screen is visible to you? Okay. So this is alpha. Okay. This is gamma. Here this is delta. Diagram is with you. You can take screenshot. I will take this back once again. But just I am showing the location of phases. Here is the L. Here is gamma plus L. This is 0.8% carbon. Important percentage of carbon I am telling. This is 4.3% of carbon. 4.3. This is 2% of carbon. This point. Then again, this is delta plus liquid. Delta plus liquid. So L plus S1, that gives S2. That is peritectic reaction. This is melting point. This is A3 line. It is called as upper critical temperature. This is A4 or ACM, upper critical temperature. This is A1, lower critical temperature. This is alpha plus gamma. And here L, that gives gamma plus Fe3C. And here 100% Fe3C. and here 6.67% of carbon. This is your eutectoid reaction. This is your eutectic reaction. This is peritectic reaction. So if you take example, just I will use the color, different color. Take any one example for cooling. Draw the straight line. I have drawn the straight line. So at room temperature, here, this point is 100% alpha. I have given red dot. This is 100% cementite. So in between, there is alpha plus Fe3C. This is alpha plus Fe3C. Now, I am drawing one real straight line. Here, what is speciality of eutectoid point? Here, 100% mixture of alpha plus Fe3C. There is no separate alpha, there is no separate Fe3C, and this mixture is called a perlite, P. It is shown by hatched lines symbolically. P is nothing but alpha plus Fe3C. Means if you go to this left hand side, here is alpha plus P, and if you go to right hand side, it is P plus Fe3C. So at 0.8% of carbon, there is 100% perlite. At 0.8% of carbon, there is 100% perlite. Perlite is what? Perlite is mixture of ferrite plus cementite. Okay. This is 910 degrees Celsius. There is no alpha above this A3 line. Start cooling. So your microstructure have alpha plus perlite. You are moving along this line. You are moving along this line. As soon as you cross this line, see here I made round. As soon as you cross this, the perlite converted into austenite. Alpha plus P converted into alpha plus gamma. Up to this point, alpha remains alpha, but above this line, that is above A3, see this border A3, above this border, there is no alpha and only cementite, only austenite. Only austenite. Now what is this alpha, what is perlite, what is austenite? In next slide I have given definitions. You will understand. I have explained you how to draw the diagram. That's why I have kept this page blank. Now I will go back to original diagram. You please take screenshot, and then after the class during the break, you can draw the diagram in your notebook. I hope you have taken a screenshot. Shall we go to next point? Okay. Now I have written here phases in iron carbide equilibrium diagram. Alpha ferrite. So alpha, beta, gamma, delta. These are like Latin symbols A, B, C, D, E in that way. Phase is important. So some symbol is given to it. That's why alpha is given. Alpha ferrite is what? Solid solution of carbon in BCC ion. If you take pure iron, in that pure iron, if you add small amount of carbon, I told that small amount, it is not printed here, you can write down, the solubility is 0.008 to to 0.025. So that microstructure will show single phase and treated as alpha. If you check its crystal structure, it will be BCC. Means what? Body centered cubic structure. In physics, you have studied in first year. So what is BCC? 14 previous lattices. So that BCC is body centered cubic. What is the specialty? Stable form of iron at room temperature. It is soft phase. I am making underline. Alpha is soft. It transformed to FCC. Actually G is written, actually gamma austenite at 910. So if you see the diagram where the word alpha is written, all crystal structure is a BCC. If you change the temperature, BCC structure is converted into FCC structure. Means we can say that phase is changed. So at lower temperature, structure is body centered cubic. If you heat the steel, atoms will move here and there. They will rearrange themselves and they will form new structure, that is FCC. Now, what is the word? What meaning of word ferrite? Ferrite word comes from ferrum, which is pure iron. See the percentage of carbon: 0.008, 0.008 to 0.025. Very less percentage of carbon. It is almost pure iron. That's why it is called as ferrite. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of word austenite? The scientist Austin, he started experiments on the steel. So when he go on heating the steel, he observed that above that temperature range, 727 to 910, if we heat the steel at hot level, he checked the crystal structure. He observed that it is no more BCC. Means it is different. So some name should be given to that. So he has given his name, austenite. Name of scientist is Austin, and he has given his own name to the phase as austenite, and structure is FCC. FCC long form is phase centered cubic. I will repeat, long form of FCC is phase centered cubic structure. It is also soft phase. It is softer than alpha ferrite because it is at higher temperature. It is not stable below eutectic temperature 727. Actually, this eutectic word is wrong. It should be eutectoid. I will correct it. This is wrong. This is eutectoid. EUTECTOID, eutectoid. So 727 is a border. Above 727 there is no BCC. See the diagram. We have not shown BCC above 727, but percentage of carbon should be 0.8. If percentage of carbon is less than 0.8, that BCC may be observed up to 910. That's why alpha plus gamma is written in between. Remember, except the word L, I repeat once again, except the word L, all phases are solid. So in earlier lectures, I told S1, S2, S3. That was for just your understanding. Now actual names of the phases I am giving. Ferrite is solid phase. Austenite solid. Cementite solid. Everything is solid except L. So both are solid. Alpha plus gamma. So if percentage of carbon is less than 0.8, the BCC structure can be obtained up to 910, and that A3 is a border. If your percentage of carbon is 0.4, for example, here I have taken this point. Suppose this is 0.4% carbon. So at this point, 1 minute. So at this point, your remaining alpha will convert into austenite. If your percentage of carbon is again less, suppose 0.2, this is your border. If your percentage of carbon is more, this is your border. And if your percentage of carbon is 0.8, this A1 equal to A3. I repeat once again, at 0.8 percentage of carbon, A1 equal to A3. Now, next page is delta ferrite. So see this magic of crystal structure of iron. At room temperature BCC, in between it becomes FCC, and again it becomes BCC. Provided that your percentage of carbon should be less than 0.1. See the diagram. Peritectic reaction is here. This is 0.1% and this is 0.55. So the steels, this is a border I am drawing vertical line. The steels which are having less than 0.55% carbon are only showing peritectic reaction. Above that, there is no delta phase, directly austenite to liquid. So the steels which shows peritectic reaction shows following phases: room temperature BCC, in between FCC, again BCC. So that BCC which is observed at 1439 degrees Celsius, higher temperature, is also ferrite. But how to differentiate? Both are ferrite, both are FCC. We should show some differentiation. That's why the symbol delta is used. Okay, that is again soft. And now, fourth phase, Fe3C. So above all three, ferrite, alpha ferrite, delta ferrite, austenite, all three are solid solutions. We have studied in last class. See the word solid solution, solid solution, solid solution. So all are solid solutions, but cementite is a compound. So this is intermetallic compound, metastable at room temperature. It is the hardest phase in the system. Remember this, I am making round. Sometimes MCQ is asked or oral may be asked, which is the hardest phase in the system? Cementite is the hardest phase and brittle phase in the system, in this iron carbon system. Okay. So I repeat: alpha ferrite, BCC structure; austenite, FCC structure; delta ferrite, BCC structure. What is crystal structure of cementite? Its crystal structure is orthorhombic. Remember 14 lattices. One more word is there, orthorhombic. So crystal structure of cementite is orthorhombic. These are the temperatures on the diagram which I was explaining. Critical temperatures. Upper critical temperature A3. A3 is the temperature below which ferrite start to result ejection from the austenite in the hypoeutectoid alloy. The reverse way is given, means cooling. During heating, alpha converted into austenite, and during cooling, austenite converted into alpha. That is, during cooling, gamma gives alpha. That is FCC converted into BCC, and that is a range. A3 is not single temperature. A3 is 727 to 910. See here, A3 is written 727 to 910. This A3. And as percentage of carbon increases from 0, A3 temperature decreases, and at 0.8 percentage of carbon, A3 equal to A1. What is A1? So before that, ACM, that is also called as upper critical temperature, 727 to 1147. If you look at the figure, this is ACM or A4 temperature. So this phase is gamma plus Fe3C. Suppose you take 1.5% of carbon. How cooling will be? I will draw the straight line. Here 1.5% carbon. Phase is alpha plus P, alpha plus P, alpha plus P. This is a border. So at this border, your phases alpha and P both will convert into gamma plus Fe3C. Gamma plus Fe3C, gamma plus Fe3C. Again, here is a border. There is no Fe3C here. Gamma remains gamma, and Fe3C again dissolve into austenite. So from here to here, 100% austenite. As soon as you cross this line, this is your solidus line, melting starts. Austenite plus liquid. Amount of austenite go on decreasing, and as soon as you cross this liquidus line, there is 100% liquid. So this A4 temperature is from 727 to 1147. Okay. And A1 temperature is very important temperature, lower critical temperature, A1. That is a border, eutectoid reaction, no FCC below 727 at normal circumstances. Make underline to this word, excuse me, normal circumstances. Make underline to this word, normal circumstances. 727 is the border line below which there is no FCC, and if you heat, BCC will convert into FCC. That is lower critical temperature. And now two temperatures are remaining, A2 and A0. These two temperatures are called as Curie temperature, Curie. What is logic between this Curie temperature? One temperature is A0. A0 is 210 degrees Celsius. If you go on heating from room temperature, you still have ferrite and perlite. In that perlite, there is a cementite. So cementite becomes paramagnetic. What is meaning of ferromagnetic and paramagnetic? Ferromagnetic means shows magnetic properties. 1 minute. So whose next lecture is there, I will request that teacher to wait for 5 minutes. I will complete the lecture in 5 minutes. Okay. Somebody drop a message in the WhatsApp to the teacher that the lecture will be continued for next 5 minutes. So Abhinay, you drop that message. Now you drop the message in WhatsApp, our group, that I am going to continue for 5 minutes more. so that next teacher will wait. Now, Curie temperature is the temperature at which ferromagnetic substance converted into paramagnetic substance. Paramagnetic means it loses the properties. Paramagnetic means loses the properties. 1 minute. 5 minutes. Salunke sir. No, 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. You can join at 11:05. Okay. So Curie temperature is the temperature at which ferromagnetic substance converted into paramagnetic substance loses its magnetic properties. So cementite loses properties at 210, but still ferrite have. If you go on heating at 768 degrees Celsius, ferrite loses the properties. Means above 768 degrees Celsius, your steel will lose complete magnetic properties. So this temperature is called as Curie temperature. There may be a MCQ or in oral question may be asked. I will define it. The temperature above which ferromagnetic substance converted into paramagnetic substance is called as Curie temperature. So speciality of A0 and A2 on iron carbide diagram is they are Curie temperatures. Okay. Next, third thing, I have explained you first phases, ferrite, cementite, austenite. Then I have explained you temperatures. Now I am going to explain you the transformations and then we will stop. Same diagram I have cut and paste here with 3 different reactions. You can enlarge the screen and see. First reaction, you take toid. At left corner I have shown. You take toid. What is the reaction? You can write down general reaction. S1 that gives S2 plus S3. This reaction you write. I have not written here. For your information I am writing. In notebook you write. S1 that gives S2 plus S3. What is S1 here? Gamma is S1, austenite. During cooling, it gives S2 and S3. So gamma that gives ferrite plus cementite. Austenite that gives ferrite plus cementite. And mixture of this ferrite and cementite is called as pearlite. Pearl. Pearl means moti. It shines like pearl. That's why the name is pearlite. See your fingers. See your palm. हाताची बोट पहा. If you treat the fingers as a cementite, gap is alpha. So while drawing the microstructure, we are showing the hatched line. The hatched line is pearlite. Cementite ferrite, cementite ferrite, cementite ferrite at angstrom unit level. It is not visible by naked eyes. Okay. So see the reaction at 0.8% of carbon. In one stroke, pure austenite gives mixture of ferrite plus cementite. If percentage of carbon is less than 0.8, that steel is called as hypoeutectoid steel. If percentage of carbon is more than 0.8, the steel is called as hypereutectoid steel. And if percentage of carbon is 0.8, steel will be eutectoid steel. I will repeat once again. Less than 0.8, hypoeutectoid. More than 0.8, eutectoid. And at 0.8, more than 0.8, hypereutectoid. And at 0.8, eutectoid steel. This is eutectoid reaction. Go to next reaction, eutectic. The general equation is, write down L, that gives S1 plus S2. L is L, and S1 and S2 here are austenite and cementite, and their mixture is called a lead bride. So L, that gives austenite plus cementite. What is temperature? 1147. What was temperature for this eutectoid? It is 727. See, it is written here below the figure. 0.77 means actually 0.8. In some of the book, it is given 0.77. So at 1147, eutectic reaction takes place. L gives mixture of two solids at 4.3% of carbon. Now, if percentage of carbon is 0.3, that alloy is, now whether it is steel at 4.3, whether it is steel, no, it is cast iron. More than 2%, the name of alloy is cast iron. So I will use now at 4.3%, cast iron is eutectic cast iron. Less than 4.3, hypo-eutectic cast iron. More than 4.3, hyper-eutectic cast iron. Remember one statement and write somewhere. Steel is never eutectic, because beyond 2%, there is no steel. So there is no question of eutectic reaction in the steel. And cast iron is never eutectoid. There is no question of eutectoid, because cast iron starts from 2% above. So steel is eutectoid and cast iron is eutectic. Remember this type. Then a last part, peritectic reaction. The general definition is L plus S1, that gives S2. Write down this. What is L here? L, liquid. What is S1 here? Delta, ferrite. And mixture of liquid and solid gives next solid. So here I have shown arrow mark. At this gap, there is L plus delta, and during solidification, that gives pure austenite. This reaction takes place at 1493 degrees Celsius, 1493. Now, this reaction no doubt will happen in steel. But which steels? The steels which have less than 0.5% carbon. Because I am showing the mark this. This is 0.55%. If steel is having 0.6% carbon, it will never show delta phase. Directly ferrite, austenite, liquid. No delta. So delta phase will be only observed for the steel which are having less than 0.55% carbon. Remember this. So I repeat, eutectoid reaction at 0.8, eutectic reaction at 4.3, and peritectic reaction at this center percentage is 0.18. 0.18% carbon. It will be asked separately for explanation for 3 or 4 marks. This is all about the diagram. Tomorrow, whatever may be the timetable, as per timetable, when we will meet next time, I am going to ask the what is alpha, what is austenite. You must understand the diagram, draw it with scale, stick it at your study location. Okay, I will take this back once again. Those who have not taken screenshot, please take the screenshot of the diagram. If you Google it, very beautiful diagram is also available, color diagram. You can Google it also, no doubt. Okay, so this is all about, friends. Thank you very much. You can join next lecture. Thank you.